developing perseverance, our ability to endure, and our ability to actually wait for more. Yes, giving things their natural process of time of actually making things come to fruition. Our ability to actually be patient while we're constantly working. Everything needs and takes a learning curve. Only in the movies and only in the flicks and only in the TV shows do we actually get things that just happen like that. This guy wakes up, all of a sudden he's a professional. This guy wakes up, all of a sudden he's living his dream. This girl wakes up, all of a sudden she's a model. She has a 6-figure business and her life is blossoming. Only in the movies do those actually happen. The real storylines in life takes time. So I want you to give yourself an opportunity to actually learn and love the process. Because if you take those movies, for instance, it takes months in order for the script to actually be written, in order for the actor to actually master those lines, in order for the actor to come on set, and the actor actually sacrifices his time because he needs perseverance over the different takes when he's working on his lines. Tom Cruise does this, Leonardo DiCaprio does this, and Damon Idris does this. And I want you to know that this is what gives them the opportunity in order for them to actually get better at their scripts and at their lines. So when they bring the movie to you, you're actually thinking, oh my goodness, this movie is a bestseller. This movie is great. But you didn't know the hours it took for them to actually cultivate their way in, the hours it took for them to actually work on their lines, in order for them to actually know that the process of actually creating a thriller, the process of actually creating a drama series that people care about takes time. This is the same thing for my business. In order for me to actually have grown my business the way I've grown my business, it took me a lot of years. It took me a lot of months, blood, sweat, and tears in order for me to get my Facebook ads, in order for me to get my SEO figured out. And people reach out to me variously and vicariously through what? My brands, through my products, because I've actually persevered. I've done the hard work, and now the rewards are starting to come. But you can actually measure that process with your own fruition and your own ambition, because everything in life develops perseverance. Everything in life needs perseverance. So I want us to actually persevere over our heartache. The voice that's telling us to quit, the voice that's telling us not to start, the voice that's telling us we have to be perfect, the voice that's telling us that why us and we cannot do it. I want us to actually go out there and conquer those fears, because when we conquer those fears, our life actually gets better. In life, we develop perseverance by just knowing that everything takes a learning curve. This is the reason why doctors actually have to go to school for 8 years. They actually have to do their residency. They actually have to get placed, and they actually have to work and actually practice with patience in order for them to actually get better, in order for them to actually improve before they're actually licensed to go to a hospital and actually practice their work. They don't just go to school for 4 years and all of a sudden they wake up and they're doctors. No, it takes a gradual process in order for them to learn what's going on in medicine. And this is the same thing for lawyers, this is the same thing for software engineers, and this is the same thing for entrepreneurs. It takes a learning curve, but it's in that learning curve that you actually find out if you're actually made for this. It's in that learning curve you actually find out if you are the right person for this, if you're actually built off the right substance, or you're just out there faking it. Because this is where the men separate themselves from the boys. This is where the women separate themselves from the girls. And this is where the dreamers separate themselves from the doers. Yes, the dreamers are the ones that actually do not do, but the doers actually show up every day. They stay with their processes, they do not quit, and they stay consistent in order for them to improve their daily habits. And this is what takes perseverance in order for us to actually have the ambition to develop the ability to not quit, the ability to show up, the ability to be consistent, and the ability to give up and when times are not ready for us to stop. I want us to not give up. I want us to stay consistent. I want us to practice our daily habits of persevering over our excuses, persevering over our wants, persevering over our needs in order for us to actually get what we want. Everything in life takes a learning curve in order for us to actually start and actually master that process. It's the same thing for my business. It's the same thing if you want to go to school. It's the same thing if you want to be an ambitious entrepreneur. It's the same thing if you want to be a marketer. It's the same thing if you want to be a nurse. It's the same thing if you want to be a doctor. I want you to give yourself an opportunity to actually persevere. There are going to be days you want to wake up and don't do it. There are going to be days you want to quit, but I want you to just start and do not quit, because quitters do not win and winners always don't quit. So stay tuned. This is the Nova Podcast. This is Eddie Moses. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.